What about second breakfast? What's going on, everybody? I am Haunted, you're all Heathens, and tonight is Session 9 of Shadow Gods, a horror Daggerheart RPG in the Age of Umbra campaign setting, with friends. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Cut out that other music. Yep, tonight is Session 9. We are missing yet another player tonight, but only for tonight. They'll be back next week, and they told us they wanted us to continue without them, so here we are. Welcome in Dusky, you're right here. Welcome in Phantom. Phantom with the 150 stream streak, like a complete mad lad. Yeah, what do we got? Dusky eating tainted salads.
Kind of what put me down last weekend. Cannot recommend.
Did you get one of those Taylor Farm salads?
I don't know. It was a restaurant salad. Maybe.
Oh, maybe. All right. As always, for Shadow Gods, I will have notifications muted and shoved off to the side. So you can do any of the redeems and stuff you want, but they won't make any sounds and they won't interrupt the game. And I, of course, will be ignoring chat to give all of my attention to the players. So everyone knows. Oh, let's go ahead and
The speaker for the horde
okay.
says it's time to
Before I had a
drink.
chance to turn it off, huh?
Stay thirsty.
Yep.
Yeah. Also sent you the knock.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay. There we go. That's covered. These. Mute these. Mute these. Leave that on. Leave Discord on. Game on. Actually, hold on. Tabletop. There we go. Perfect.
And
And as we get this rolling.
share
Push that
chat
down.
has been activated.
Oh, that's the wrong. There we go. Okay.
I see. Lucia is already in chat, making a statement about something being sneaky. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you changed the room art. All right,
Did I?
all right. Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
fucking-
notice.
Fuck, it didn't look like this last time. All right. All right.
Welcome to Amber Reach.
This is, yeah, it's feeling a whole lot more Bloodborne in here. All right.
It should be feeling more Amber Reach.
Bloodborne is a vibe I can fuck with. I do our best not to, but if I have to, I'm going out gleefully.
Okay.
Kickstart my Harder Highway to Hell playing.
We're all there. I have this open. I have this ready. Go. Perfect. All right. Before we get started, does anybody have anything?
As my uncle once said, never cook bacon naked.
But true love is cooking bacon topless.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that as a no then.
Also, how bad is the mic tonight?
Not too bad. It's better than last week.
Yeah.
You are a little quieter. Are you like farther away from it or something?
A little bit.
You noticed that I had to turn you up just a little bit to kind of normalize.
I'm hoping the new mic fixes all these issues tomorrow.
Well, you know full well it'll take you like 2 hours to dial in the settings on it, but maybe not that long. But
The really neat thing is all of the dials and stuff are on the mic itself rather than being software.
that's kind of nice. Although that being said, you'll still have to. That means that you're fighting with two different interfaces. Well, not just that, because like Discord has its own stuff, and then so like each app will also have conflicting things. So new equipment, you always got to end up messing with it in like 8 different apps. At least I do.
Of course.
Oh, and anyone watching on Melt Stream, gaze at the beautiful new frame.
Oh, you had to bring that up. No one's commented on it yet. I was going to wait until see if anybody even noticed. It's been quiet on my side so far, so it's only us hearing the crickets.
Yep. We're getting to the point where I'm gonna have to make an image for your panels that just says assets created by Haunted Heathen.
Okay. Hey.
Am I wrong? Credit the artist.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I put something like that up. I used to have like a different format that ate up like the majority of the space on screen, but it was just it ate up so much space.
Yeah,
I ended up retiring it.
Minimalist is better for certain things.
Yeah, especially if you're going to be going, you're streaming and you know that there's a portion of your audience that watches on mobile. You don't want 30% of the screen being eaten up by a framework.
Well, you have OBS. You could just do the plug-in to have a vertical layout as well.
Hey, Lucia. Hey, Adderworks. Yep.
Oh, I also dropped the map down a little bit, moved it closer, so it should be easier to
reference.
Yeah, kind of. I know it was a little difficult, like the top would cut off and whatnot. So now it should be a little easier to see.
This is gonna be interesting.
But okay, so last week, our noble band of adventurers had made their way to Templars Folly, a old barracks / church of the old world that had been converted into somewhat of a respite and fortress for a small group of Templars known as the Veiled Pursuant. Upon arriving at Templars Folly, they met up with Avalon or Ava, the fawn leader, is it ad interim?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fallen leader ad interim of the fawn, not fallen, fawn leader ad interim of the Crimson Caravan. Bells.
They both are horny.
Yes. Bells, we'll say mobile homestead that goes around saving people where they can from the horrors of the Umbra. The shambling wave is on its way to Templar's Folly, and the party went inside to try to convince the Templars to let the families inside, to tell the families inside to evacuate. But upon meeting their leader, Silus Trevant, who is a extremely religious zealot, they discovered that it was going to be no easy task to convince these people to get moving and evacuate before they are descended upon by hundreds of undead. Over the course of the next couple days, quiet discussions were had with the other Templars to convince them of the folly of their leader's plan, as well as preparations made to ensure a safe and secure passage for all of the people of the caravan and the families within the Folly to the Aether Underkeep. It is now the night before the final day, with about 24 hours left before the wave arrives. And they've successfully convinced the Templars to quietly go against the bidding of Silus, pack up all of these families, and get them moving at first light. As the night before comes to a close and people are starting to settle in with as much prep as they can for the morning, you were all talking outside with Avalon, and you see a glowing circle of runes appear below Anasticus's feet. And the runes glow of a soft purplish color. And all of you nearby hear a voice speak out through these runes. Spellweaver Anasticus, your request has been accepted. The refugees will be admitted below to the Underkeep. You will come ahead and oversee the receiving terms. And there is a flash of purple light emanating from the runes, and Anasticus disappears.
Deke is gonna just let out a groan at that.
Bell's kind of just sitting there with his coffee mug. Is that normal for you guys, Seek?
That's normal for the elves when they want to be showy.
Seek, you, having grown up in the Underkeep, you are fully aware that the elves, the spell, words and stuff, unique New York. I know I prepped, I swear.
Yeah.
Okay. You would know that the Aether Weavers of the Keep are very reclusive and don't exactly like inviting people into their home up top. They're not They're not evil, they're not heartless. They're just direct and overprotective.
And a little bit hermity.
A little bit hermity in the overzealous scholar kind of way.
I've spent the last 100 years studying this unique arrangement of stars, and you're going to enter my library and interfere with my studies? Ruined! Ruined, I say! They're drama queens. Let's be honest.
But drama queens with immense magical power.
Exactly. Exactly.
Think a mix between Rhea Lucaria and Hogwarts.
Oh God.
Pretty much. Infinite cosmic power and a need for drama.
But yeah, so the fact that they demanded Anasticus to come back ahead of everyone is definitely not
unusual.
A surprise for you.
No. It's also a great way to explain why Django can't be here this session, so he can't play that character. So
what? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Good job, storyteller. Player gets sucked through mystical portal because character gets sucked through mystical portal because player's not at the table. Got it.
And suddenly Melt bursts into flame. No, I'm just...
Right. It hurts so bad because my character's
character's
terrified of fire. Okay then.
All right.
All right.
So, it is now like 11 p.m. late night. There's about as much prep as you could have done aside from beginning to move families out of the Folly. Is there anything you would like to do this evening, or this night, I should say? Or are we going to head?
Continue to assist families with getting packed up and getting rolling.
So you take a peek inside the Folly, and you see most of the Templars are out kind of keeping watch for Silus while the families are packing their things. And one of the Templars is standing over here by the door and notices you peek in. She's like, yes?
Just getting things ready for tomorrow.
Silus, he takes rather long constitutionals first thing in the morning. That might be the best time to get these families out of the building and on the road before he can react in whatever way he may or may not react.
Dale is going to note that and relay that to a nearby Crimson Caravan member and thank the Templar promptly.
At the first sign of the light coming on the horizon, have whatever wagons these families are going to use ready to go.
Understood. I do appreciate the tip there. It's going to be hectic enough without any other factors thrown in.
God's will it. We'll make it out of here without incident.
God's will it.
Kind of stiffens back up and keeps watching, making sure he's making sure the families are moving, but moving slowly as to not raise suspicion.
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
That Bell will inform all caravan members and as many as he can that will be leaving at the first crack of dawn.
Okay. Seva, what do we find you doing right now?
Seva is going to be going over all of his medical supplies and probably helping to look over all of the supplies that they have in the caravan as well, just to make sure that there's enough in the event that stuff happens.
Just double and triple checking things.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Dealing with something that is effectively a natural disaster here. The unexpected is going to happen.
Yeah. At this point, it's not even rhythmic anymore. There's just a steady low tremble to the ground, and the stench of decay is fairly prevalent on the wind.
So yeah. That is what Seva is doing.
Okay. And let me see here. Okay. Yes, and with such high anxieties and the severity of what's about to come in the morning, it is difficult for you to get much sleep. You get some rest where you can. You get ready to go. Pass the time doing what you need to. As you now notice first light just starting to, the black sky on the eastern ridge of the mountains is starting to turn gray. So it's now morning. This.
Did you just gain some fear?
No.
Yeah, big pool of fear over there. I'm worried about it. But you know me, I'm just a big ball of anxiety.
Yep. So we have that. That is not how you spell suspicious. That's fine. You'll get the point. All right. So, what are we doing?
Bell is going to be standing there being one of the biggest members along with a couple other giants and start motioning for carts to take off.
The cart's less necessary for moving these families, more just...
Yeah, the supplies and all that.
Okay.
He figures that
The
they'll
front
appreciate
cart-
the supplies hitting first rather than the people,
Makes sense.
cynically.
Yeah, plus, lead cart probably has a bunch of people that are ready for combat in case something blocks the road.
Yep.
Okay. How does the person up in the front cart know where they're going?
There will be some of the druid members who assisted with the clearing directing them.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes. Perfect. All right. What else are we doing?
Kind of has things set up in stages, families, which ones will take off after so many carts have gone. And Bell and the giants in his crew are going to be the last ones to leave in a cart that Ava's driving. Or a term for driving a bunch of animal or horses there.
That's still referred to as driving.
Team. Yep.
It's still driving.
So he'll be one of the last to leave there.
Okay. You're planning on bringing up the rear once everything's in motion.
Correct.
Okay. So while Bella's giving out orders to start this, what are you two doing?
Sable will go ahead and be he'll be working with the families to go ahead and ensure that they are any of the ones that seem like they have any sort of injuries or anything, that they have enough treatment that they can manage.
Okay.
Until they reach, or until people, or until we reach a an actual like safe zone.
Well, the safe zone is going to be about 3 days away.
Yep.
Okay.
And
so
anybody who has any injuries or like obscure medical conditions aside, anything that can be treated that would need like supervision over the course of those 3 days, he's intending to more or less be one of the
for now we're
field medics.
That will be great on the progress going towards the Folly or towards the Underkeep. Right now we are just trying to evacuate without raising suspicion from Silus.
Yeah, which is why he's just kind of helping the families that are currently there. Anybody who looks like they are having trouble like moving about or whatnot, he'll be helping them.
Okay, so you're inside assisting in any of the smaller, weaker ones, trying to get them moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Seek?
All right. We've got one person helping the carts get moving along. We have someone helping people get to the carts.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Sorry, pause. Stava, this is actually good.
Yep.
This would actually be a good point. Go ahead and give me either an instinct roll in your ability to sense when someone needs help, or a finesse roll if you're trying to be super sneaky, while being inside helping people get out.
Right.
18 with fear. Okay. Success with fear. So you're going around and you're definitely helping people get their things, get going. However, it's kind of hard to keep some of these families quiet when when they see a giant frog lizard man helping do the thing, and so some of the kids are starting to get a little excited and a little loud about it before they're hushed by their parents. That will a success with fear will bring the evacuation progress down by 1, but will also bring Silas's suspicion down by 1. Okay, now Seek. Sorry.
Seek will be outside by the caravan, basically helping as someone comes out, helping them get into the caravan, helping them with any last minute luggage that they need to be put on. But primarily, as he is next to the caravan helping with this transition, he's going to, because he overheard that Silus is going to be out walking around, he's mostly keeping his eyes open for Silus if he comes back from his constitutional early, to see if there's any way he could either delay or distract Silus, so he does not stop the people who want to leave from leaving.
Okay. What kind of role do you want to do for that? And explain to me how you're using that skill.
Well, I would trying to spot him, so that would make sense. That would be probably instinct for perceiving him.
Okay, so you're kind of keeping an eye out for him.
Keeping an eye out for him as I am helping people, but I mean, I think that's the most fair role.
Okay, go for it.
That is a crit.
That is indeed a crit. So yeah, you are there. So on a critical success for these progress clock type things, that knocks it down 3. There's actually a whole thing for this in the books.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not just making this up. Like, this is how it works in the book. So because of the displays of splendor you did the other day in front of all these families, and they see you as this borderline holy being, a clank has gotten back up, admittedly with fungal parts, but it's been 100 years and you're made of wood. Sometimes mold happens, I guess. You are, to these families, you are a sign that the divines are real and that they want these people to get out of here. This is their way. So the sight of you helping people get in the carts, they are moving, they are taking orders without question. Everyone is behaving and moving with a purpose.
Everything's just falling into place.
Yeah, the fact that there is instead of just going against the wishes of a holy man, they are following another one who seems to be taking them to safety. It's ushering this along very well. All right, who wants to we got one more on this progress clock. So who wants to do something to help finish off getting these families prepped to go without alerting Silus?
I have one.
Okay.
I'm going to get everyone together and go over the plan real quick. Including
Perfect.
the Templars who are helping us escort.
Okay, yeah, especially with most of the families already out the door now, just like, a couple stragglers hanging like behind grabbing the last of their things. 6 of those 7 Templars have gathered here near the front door.
Right. Got everyone packed up here. Flies have already taken off. It's looking like the road seems to be clear at the moment. They're getting closer, but now's about the time to take off. So here's what we're going to do. They'll go over how they're going to go in stages, how the ones with the fighting are going to be in the carriage up front for the most part, some in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
And go over any last minute questions or concerns that come up.
One of the one of the Templars looks at you and is just like, I feel bad. Are we leaving Exemplar Silus to die?
Silus has been invited to join. It seems to be at every turn. There's only so much we can do to save everyone. As he says that, there's a kind of weariness in Belle's eyes that comes out of seeing this happen countless times before.
People refusing to leave places.
Some people just want to stay in a burning building so they can stay warm. Like,
Okay, go ahead and give me a...
That's a very empathic way to go and put it.
Yeah, I was gonna... Yeah, -1. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead and give me that presence roll, but I would say do it with advantage due to your your experience in
Excellent.
convincing
Yeah.
people to do this many times over.
Remember where advantage.
It's
Advantage
just an
is-
extra D6 to the roll.
Yeah, adding a d6. Disadvantage is rolling an extra d6 and subtracting it.
Hmm.
20
20
with
with
fear.
fear.
That is a success with fear. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay.
That's you.
Yeah, the Templars kind of look at each other, and one of the older ones looks over at the rest of them and goes, "Men, it is more important for us to protect these innocents than it is to stay here and be martyrs that no one will remember. Despite what the exemplars told us. Let's get out on the road and help them get to the... You said Aether Keep?
Yes, they're ready to receive us.
Perfect. Alright, men. I see we're missing one. And one of the other Templars kind of kicks in. Yeah. He refused to take part in this betrayal. So be it. Let's move out. And the 6 Templars follow you out to start getting going. And you pulled off getting this entire group of people out without Silus noticing. So we're going to start hitting the road. You said druids are all the way up front, right?
Yeah. They're
Okay.
relaying information back about the road condition and the path forward.
Okay. Go ahead and... Go ahead and... Boop.
So there's a Templar and Silus. So there's 2 people that are staying behind.
2 people are staying behind. Is there anything anyone wants to do before you leave Templar's Folly?
God damn. I hate leaving them behind, but I don't know what else we can do. They've made their choice.
Bell's made his position clear.
Seva has as well.
You know, part of Seek wants to go ahead and have one more conversation with Silas to try to convince him, but at the same time, knowing that Silas openly flaunts splendor, knowing that it attracts the undead, tells me one thing and one thing alone. Dude's been drinking the Kool-Aid for too long.
It attracts the shambling wave, yes.
Yes. So...
That might be a liability with our new location. Our new
Yeah, exactly.
Our, allies might not appreciate that.
No,
Yeah.
they won't.
Because also, Seek, keep in mind, you are taking all of these people to your home.
If he was more open-minded and at least understanding, then I would make more of an effort. But
All right.
it's if he wanted to leave, he was given the option. He chose not to.
Okay, so we are now hitting the road to their underkeep. I have... No, it's fine. Theater of the mind it is. What is normally a 2-day trek at a fair pace because of all of these carts and the old people in the family and children, this will take 3 days. Move slowly and safely there. So who wants to tell me how you are assisting with this first day of travel of this large of the Crimson Caravan?
Sava will go ahead and help with the, I'll just call it the supply runners, making sure that everybody has what they need, like water and rations to get through the travels.
Okay. And what are you going to roll for that? Probably agility?
Yeah, agility I think makes the most sense.
Okay.
Moving quickly between from cart to cart and the, from the supply carts and the people carts.
Right. Nine with fear. That is going to be a...
Hold on.
Holding on.
Holding.
What does it take to use reassurance from my toolbox here?
So it's a stress recall cost, but because it's recall cost of 0,
recall?
Yeah, you can just do it.
All right. As the load seems to be wearing down on Saba, as Seek is helping with other things, he will gently touch Saba on the shoulder and try to pick them up and help them with their tasks and say, "It's okay, you've got this." At which point I will use the once per rest reassurance ability to allow that roll to be re-rolled.
Okay. Perfect use of that. I'll take that fear back. 14 with hope. Much better. So that is a success with hope instead of a failure with fear.
Thanks for that, buddy.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're hoofing it up and down the line, you're used to traveling through the woods, so the fact that this is a cleared out pathway now, the only things you really have to dodge are people with their stuff trying to move down the road. Makes it a lot easier for you. And you make way, and your skills and healing make it pretty obvious who's like, hey, if you don't eat something soon, you're gonna drop out. Hey, if you don't drink something soon, you're gonna, you're doing a good job of checking on people and letting them know when they're about to be in distress before they even realize, because of their own anxieties and stress. Okay.
Yep.
So we make through a good portion of the day. Who is going to helm up who's doing the next thing to assist? Now that it is later in the afternoon on the first day.
I'm going to say Bell is going to ask for a status report. Get a feel for how things are going.
Okay. Let's see here. Roll a die and find out. Who are you asking for this status report?
We'll say Revan.
Okay.
I'm going to say by this point he's caught back up.
Yeah. So Revan catches up. Goes, all right. So
And some more water again.
So the lead carts have hit a snag. One of the he's kind of out of breath. He's like, thank you for the water. One of the lead carts, they broke an axle, and the whole line is kind of slowing to a stop. You haven't noticed back here yet as everyone's bunching up towards the front. We need to repair this axle.
That Bell's going to hop out of the cart and make his way up to the front rapidly.
Okay. Yeah, you get to the front, and yeah, it was just one of those wear and tear situations that sometimes you don't notice, and the extra weight of food and rations prepped for the extra travelers. The back axle of this cart just busted in half.
With that, Bell's going to immediately start assisting with All for One.
Okay.
And he's going to try and lift the cart.
You're gonna lift the cart so that to help them, kind of like a human jack while they.
Quicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me that.
Typical strong man action. Love
yes,
it.
Spend that.
An ounce of prevention might be better.
That works.
Here we go.
Yeah. Spend the hope, and then give me that strength roll.
With +2.
$14 with hope. All right. Yeah, you very easily, being a giant, just kind of walk up and hoist up the back of the cart while 3 other people real quickly take out the old piece of wood, put in a new one, and wrench the tire down on it. Or hammer, I guess, would be. I feel ashamed. I don't. Yeah, I don't know the mechanics on that. Anyway, you know what I mean. They fix the problem. However, the time consumed in this did take up into the night, and it is now probably about 10 p.m. The sun is gone. Are we going to try to continue through the night? You have a lot of old people and children with you.
Bell's going to check in with the Druid network. How are the undead looking behind us?
You hear back from Revan flies off to the far east side, the back end of the camp, the caravan, and another druid comes up, having turned into a horse for speed. Drops his form and looks at you. Just this small gnome. The size difference from horse, full-blown horse to gnome was actually quite impressive to see.
I like the idea that Bell just casually holds a hand out to catch him before he hits the ground.
Thank you. The wave has surrounded the Folly. They got there about an hour ago, and it's worse than we could have thought. I can't even count how many undead there are surrounding that building. They're climbing over each other, trying to get in. There's random flashes of light inside. It's pretty bad. There are a couple stragglers going up from the wave, going off in other directions, though. None of them have noticed us yet, but it seems almost as if the ones on the outer edges of the wave are less drawn to the collective focus of it.
Thank you. Question is, do we want to risk drawing them staying, or do we want to keep things rolling without the sun to guide us? He's going to consult with the other two here. Well, things are back up and running, but situation normal, as they say.
Let's see here.
According to Nolan, the undead hit not that long ago, and they're somehow the hold is still holding. Flashes of light and some of the scragglers tapering off. Do we want to risk continuing to go, or do we want to risk possibly drawing them in by staying and camping?
As long as Silus and the remaining Templar at Folly continue to attract the Horde, we have that time to get more distance. I will try to talk with the people to let them see this as a lesson and also a sacrifice. By him staying behind and drawing the Horde with the light of splendor, he is doing us a service. But I feel if we stay and don't take advantage of that time that he is currently buying us, we are going to put not only the people we're escorting, but the whole of the Aether Keep at risk. If I am to put a vote to this, I say we keep traveling, but at a slower, more careful pace, making sure that no one is left behind. If that makes sense.
That does. Those kind of my thoughts too. We can't really have the carts moving both in the dark. Your thoughts, Saba?
Difficult to say. On the one hand, we've got plenty of elderly and children who, while yes, they could be allowed to rest in or on the carts as needed, it wouldn't be comfortable, and I'm sure we'd hear plenty of complaints. Not to mention those that would be forced to walk alongside the caravan as well. Many of these are just ordinary civilians, so... But on the other hand, we do need to put as much distance between us and that horde. I don't know how much time 2 people are going to buy us, but I can't imagine it's going to be too terribly much.
I can stay on the rear cart, and there is a spell that I'm familiar with that will allow me to, if I see a straggler, I can open a passageway between and move them farther up into the cart. So if we do have someone that does fall too terribly far behind, I can move them back in. I would just need the Crimson Caravan, if they see a wreath portal of mushrooms opening and one of the members show up in the middle of the carts looking kind of haggard, that your caravan grabs them and at least temporarily puts them on a cart somewhere because they're lagging behind. That way I can catch stragglers and move them up a little bit. And if you want to see the card doing that, I'm talking about Arcane Door from the Book of Vargas.
That's what I figured.
So if people do lag, I have a means to prevent someone from being left behind.
All right.
As long as we work together, we can do this.
I can also take up the rear, and if there are any stragglers that do start making their way towards us, I can restrain them with my own magics.
Slow down the undead if they come our way, so they don't follow behind us, and make sure that we don't leave anybody lagging behind as well. Sorry, Hansel and Gretel, no breadcrumbs for you!
All right. We got our plan. I'm going to run it through everyone, and we'll keep rolling.
So the plan is to keep moving through the night?
Half speed.
Half speed through
Half
the night.
speed, slow, careful, and very much planning for if people are lagging behind or stragglers show up. We have myself getting the stragglers from the caravan back in the caravan so they can be assisted and pulled onto a wagon. And save using vines to snare up and slow any scouts from the horde so they do not catch wind of us.
Okay.
So
Bell is going to be going to any coffee supplies, getting that picked up, and advising all of his members to grab a nap here and there where they can.
I am going to have to turn your volume up a little bit, Dusty.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was saying Bell's going to be brewing up any coffee supplies they have and advising any of his team to grab a nap where they can here and there.
Okay. All right.
Rotating on and off carts. Yeah.
So then you keep
Bell
moving.
is definitely staying up.
Bell going across multiple carts, and you two going to the rear.
Yep.
Okay.
One of us with eyes to the horde, one of us the eyes to the survivor.
Bell isn't going to be telling the families and all that. He is going to be informing his team about the location of the horde
Okay.
and what the plan is.
Dissemination of information. Very nice. All right. Yeah. You keep moving through the night.
You don't stop the caravan until you get where you're going.
Fair enough.
You stop a caravan, you become a target.
As you're moving through the night, I'm going to go ahead and spend a fear. You two, Seek and Seva, start noticing a rustling in the trees, moving parallel to the carts, the rear cart.
I will go ahead and, as I hear that rustling, I'm going to go ahead and form that mycelium light at the tip of my staff, and with a flick of my staff, I will send that ball of light out into the rustling to illuminate the area, so everybody in the cart can see over there easier.
Sure. As you do so, I have a thing for this. Okay. As you send the light out into the trees, the trees to illuminate it and see better, you also catch the attention of about 12 zombies that seem to have peeled off the pack and were following the noise of wagon carts.
All right.
They have now seen the light you cast over to them, however, and are headed towards it.
Well, good thing I threw the light off the cart and into the tree line, so at least they're heading towards a random ball of light that is not attached to anybody.
Yes.
So, and it's not splendor light, so it's not going to pull the rest of the horde.
No.
It's just
This is-
standard magic.
This is just, it was dark, suddenly there's light, and they're like, and start moving towards it.
Yeah, chase the will-o-wisp. Go ahead. Chase the will-o-wisp. Yeah, right into that bog.
Yeah, Saba is just going to be on hand, ready to make a move if they happen to get too close.
Okay. One of you go ahead and actually we'll do a group.
Okay.
So I want both of you to roll. Hold on, let me see. Group action. Nominate a leader. Which one of you wants to be the leader for this group action of trying to keep whoever's here with you in the rear cart quiet as to not draw the attention of these zombies?
And so the action is not leading the zombies away, but keeping the people quiet.
Well,
I
how
think
far away does your light go?
Prestidigitation, you can perform a harmless, subtle magic effect at will. For example, you can change the object's color, create a smell, light a candle, cause a tiny object to float, illuminate a room, or repair a small object. So, as far as prestidigitation is concerned, that's your call, Mr. Storyteller.
Illuminate a room. I will say probably far range. As far range would be the distance from one side to the other of a large room.
Would the ball of light be a physical thing that can be grabbed or attached to something?
No, it is quite literally
just an illumination.
It is effectively a bit of spores floating in the air, granted bioluminescence through magic. So as the second it moves far enough away from me, it will no longer be tethered to my magic and likely fade. But you could grab it as easy as you could grab onto a single mote of dust. They're more likely to have it whip through their fingers than be able to hold on to anything.
Okay.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just Tabletop Sim that doesn't like me using the middle mouse button or the mouse clicking the mouse wheel to like move around.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay,
I've had
me
some trouble with
personally.
it. I just use WASD.
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, when I need to rotate, I hold down right click and I rotate my mouse, and then I WASD to everywhere else.
Okay. Anyway.
Do you want to be leader for this action, or shall I?
I mean, yeah. If you would rather it be trying to lead them away, I mean, you can lead them. You can try to lead them, point them in the opposite direction, but you only have a far distance from you to. See, I
have an idea.
I'll say they're probably about here. So you can lead them. You can try to lead them to over here, but that's as far as your light can go.
Yeah. Otherwise, my light will fade.
Yeah.
So I want to hear, Delayed. What's your idea for what Save is doing? And
so
we'll go from there.
We need to create a distraction for them to lead them in the other direction.
Yes.
I'm going to spend a hope to cast Natural Familiar to summon a small nature spirit to my side.
If we get caught up in a fight, it's going to make too much noise and draw more of the horde. We got to handle this quietly. So leading them away with you using a nature spirit, I think makes the most sense.
I'm gonna hope to summon a small nature spirit or forest critter to your side until your next rest. Cast natural familiar again, or the familiar is targeted by an attack. If you spend an additional hope, you can summon a familiar that flies. You can communicate with them, make a spellcast roll to command them to perform simple tasks, and mark a stress to see through their eyes. When you deal damage to an adversary within melee range of your familiar, you add a d6 to your damage roll. Nice.
Okay. I'm gonna have to make a spellcast roll to give it the command, but the command is pretty much keep a safe distance away from them, but make enough noise to pull their attention away from the cart.
I think, given that that's the plan, I vote that Save would be the leader for this action, but using my light to support this task to make sure that they're drawn to that.
Okay.
Critter.
If we're doing it that way, then yes, you'll be using your light. You will roll a d6 and add it to Save as spellcast roll.
Okay.
All right. Here's my D6.
Here's my spellcast roll.
That is.
So 21 with fear.
Yep.
I will go ahead and take that fear. All right. Tell me what you do.
So I give the order to my little nature spirit. In my head, it's just the form of a little like fox-like creature.
Mm-hmm.
Giving it the command to run and make some noise on the other side of that group, and then keep leading them away till you think you are a decent enough distance away, and then quietly make your way back.
Okay.
And the second it starts making that noise, I will have, and the second that it makes that noise and it starts drawing their attention, that's when I will snuff the light out. So that way they're more focused on that noise than the light.
Okay. Transferring attention from the light to the fox. Got it.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. And this fox starts running off into the woods and trailing the zombies. With that fear, I will say 10 of those 12 zombies, the 10 farthest away, wander off. You do, however, still have 2 that stayed.
For some reason, the fox spirit starts imitating Thriller.
We get a combination of Thriller and What Does the Fox Say in one song. All right.
And I will go ahead and spend a fear. And these 2 zombies became more focused on where the fox came from than the direction the fox went.
Alrighty.
Would we get a good idea that there are 2 that have split from the pack and are more coming our direction? Do you want a perception roll or anything for that? Pick up on that?
If you want to see if there's any more coming other than these ones you've seen, go ahead and give me an instinct roll.
Oh, instinct. Okay.
Oh yeah, that is instinct is tied to perception.
Yep.
For some reason, I was thinking presence. But I don't know why. Boop. That would be a 22 with hope.
Ooh, go ahead and take that hope. Oh, by the way, when you got the crit earlier, you were supposed to take a hope and clear a stress if you
I'm
could have.
been full of hope and had no stress this entire time. So
Can you imagine not having stress? Anyway.
Being stress-free, that would be
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah, that I can we do this in real life? I would like to be stress-free in real life.
Being so focused on these zombies and how they're moving through the woods and kind of looking behind, looking back, you do not see anymore.
Say, but it's just those 2. How do we want to go ahead and deal with them quietly?
There's literally you guys in the cart that's very slowly moving, a line of bushes, and them immediately on the other side of the bushes.
I could potentially take one out from an ice spike from here, if you want to take out the other, if quick and quiet like. Oh, do you think it's okay to just leave them?
No, we shouldn't leave them, but yeah, we should probably deal with them.
All right, so I'll take the one on the left, you take the one on the right.
All right. I suppose before we go into combat, rather than using my short staff, I'll be using my ego blade for this.
Okay, you switch over and prep the ego blade.
Yeah.
I'm ready to make my spellcraft roll so we can sign. Would this be a tag team? I think this is a tag team. I'll spend the 3 hope so that way we can use the higher of our 2 rolls for this. It is 3 hope for a tag team, right?
Yes, it's 3 hope.
Yeah, I'll spend it so that way we can use the success roll of whoever rolls better.
I want you to note for future reference, a tag team is typically only against a single enemy.
Oh.
However, the stat block for this is zombie pack, and you led most of the pack away. So mechanically, this is a single enemy. So right now,
Okay,
you can go ahead and do that.
it works in this specific scenario only.
That you split it up.
Can't
Yes.
do this with. Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right, I've got my spellcraft roll for this ready to go.
Go ahead and make your attack rolls and decide which one you want to use.
Wow.
Probably not that one.
I think we're gonna use owls.
Okay.
16 with hope.
16 with
Yeah.
hope. 16 with hope hits. Go ahead and both of you take a hope and roll me damage.
All right.
Let's see. Damage. It's proficiency, so
Okay, a D6 based on proficiency. So my proficiency is 2, so that'd be 2d6.
Correct.
Ego Blade is
God.
proficiency, so 2d12 plus 4.
Yeah, 19. Okay. Did you have anything to add to that? Because that seems like only 2 d6s seems really low for what you got going on. What were you using?
Ice Spike. If I roll with fear, I get an extra D10.
Oh, okay.
Because we're rolling with hope, we're taking his score, not mine. I do less damage. But yeah, so
Okay. So
but the
collectively,
collective damage
Yeah,
is
the
24.
the collective damage is 24, which constitutes major damage. So that's 2. So yeah, you go ahead and tell me how this kills these 2 zombies quietly.
Well, I mean, you got the bulk of the damage. You want to describe it, Seva? I just helped.
So I guess Seva, using his time that he spent traveling, knowing how to quickly and quietly move through the woods on his own, charges forward as you are charging your spell. He waits for you to launch it at the one before quickly taking out the other one in tandem.
Nice.
Or
I'm trying
striking
to
at
remember,
the other one
what
in
does your ego blade actually look like?
I think to hit or for Seva,
Like a short sword?
I believe so. Yeah. I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but yeah, it'd be a
Bastard
short
sword. Yeah, short sword, bastard
Yeah.
sword, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you push through the bushes and just cut one down, and as you turn and look at the other one, a spike, it turns and looks at you and starts to let out this, you hear the beginnings of just as a spike of ice just thunk into the side of its head, and it crumples to the ground next to you. And that was the quickest way to deal with the zombie pack I've seen in a while.
Hey, we've all watched The Walking Dead, right? We understand how this has to happen unless we want more.
So as we
Unfortunately,
progress,
some of us only watch Shaun of the Dead.
as we progress into the morning, and continue on into the second day of travel, Belle, how are we assisting in this morning of day 2?
Right now, he's kind of going through, checking on his crew, and getting some sit reps on road ahead and the status of like the elderly and the children.
Okay. I will
He's
say
also handing out coffee wherever he can.
okay. I will say it will
Or
probably
coffee like we'll say.
it will probably be better if we're not just repeating the same tasks over and over again.
Okay, in this case, do something a little different. He's gonna check in with the other two in the back and see if they have anything interesting that happened.
Okay. Yeah, you instead of even bothering to go to the back, you just kind of sit on a rock and rest for a minute as the caravan passes, and it
Howdy,
they
fellas.
catch up to you. Yeah.
I hope everything was relatively quiet last night. Anything interesting?
Small group of stragglers. We led the majority of them off. Me and Saba took care of what couldn't be left away. That way, there was no noise to draw anything more.
Bell's face kind of falls at that, but okay. I was honestly not expecting them to be here that quickly, but okay.
As long as we
Well-
keep it quiet and keep moving.
Well, given that it's morning here, we could probably start speeding things up. Do you think that attract them with more noise, or do you think keep it slow like we've been doing?
Considering more noise is a bigger draw, I think that for the sake of everybody's energy levels, we move quietly but slow and steady. Give them no reason to hear us, no loud noises, just slow and steady. That way we can handle this as a marathon and not a sprint. It'll be easier on everybody involved that way as well.
All right. I think I'm also going to do a few things to try and quiet the wheels a bit.
I will go around with the survivors, try to give them a few encouraging words, and redouble people's spirits to keep them trekking onward despite the fatigue some of them likely will be suffering.
Saba, anything from you?
Not too terribly much. Nice. The previous night was, or the events of the night were, well, rather interesting, but not anything I'm too keen on repeating. I can keep an eye out, not necessarily both in a literal and figurative sense. But I think I want to check in with the people. There were a few that were suffering from some injuries that I wish to check on and make sure that they are still okay.
Bell will pat you on the back and call out to a couple of other Crimson Caravan members to let you know who might need to be looked at, and Bell is going to start pulling out cloth and grease and start working on quieting the wheels.
Okay. All right. So we will start with Bell. Go ahead and give me probably a tinkering. So I'd say that's finesse.
And once again, I'll be using an ounce of prevention.
Okay.
Did I roll last time? No, I rolled with fear.
Yep.
No, I rolled with hope. I forgot to take the hope, sorry.
You did roll a hope. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll just put that one back then, but I'm spending one.
Okay.
Finesse. 0.
$13 with fear. That fear. 13 does succeed though, so you make your way over to some of the carts that are starting to show a little wear and tear, and kind of grease up the axles real quick. Have them pull off to the side, and make sure everything's in as good a shape as possible. Easier to do since everyone's moving fairly slow. No one really loses their place when some quick maintenance is done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and some cloth along the axle too to keep it from getting or wobbling too much.
Okay. Stava.
Yep.
You said you're going up and down, seeing if there's any. You've been pointed out a couple minor scrapes. A couple bruised knees and some blisters starting to form on feet. You do come across, as I spend a fear, you come across, as you're going, a gentleman with a black eye. Fresh.
Infighting amongst survivors, great.
As he's kind of coming over to help, take a look at it, he'll immediately ask, get into a fight with somebody.
Yeah. All I said was that feels as if the gods abandoned us. For real. And yeah, I was thinking about going that route and decided not to.
Yeah.
All I said was that I feel that the gods abandoned us, and that man over there knocked me to the ground and threatened to break my legs to leave us behind if he ever disgraced to the gods again. So I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
Sava will kind of have like a look of empathy to the guy, and he's like, just kind of in a hushed tone, just like, I can understand doing so. Yeah, allow me to help with treating that.
Please do. Do you have a role you want to do for one of your healing rolls? Some sort?
Maybe use your medic experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, spend a hope. I would like to imagine that this would just be my instinct, because that's kind of just it's tied to the Warden of Renewal as their spellcast trait, but I'm not exactly wanting to do the regeneration ability.
For a black eye, regeneration's a bit much.
Right.
So I'm looking at it, and it's like, it feels like it's either instinct or, I don't know, probably like, I could see finesse too.
Pretending a black eye.
I feel like, but if you're not doing magical healing, finesse probably feels more accurate.
Yeah.
You're more helping them kind of like
Take the sting out.
Take the sting out and like clean it up so it's less visible. So kind of like
putting together like a little ointment and whatnot to try and just
make sure the swelling doesn't get bad enough to go ahead and impair his vision.
Yep. But I will spend a hope to use the to add to my medic experience.
Okay. Fortune with hope. Yeah, it's just a black eye. You've seen it before. Go ahead and take that hope. You clear that up pretty easily.
Yeah, just like as he's treating him, just like quietly, he's just like, it can be hard. And sometimes we just have to keep quiet. about that sort of stuff.
Okay. Seek.
All right. So
He's-
boosting morale and handling the situation in the caravan to keep people going. I'm going to go ahead and tell a tale that I'm spreading amongst the caravan to try to boost spirits and encourage morale. I'll just say it, and then you tell me what you feel this merits as a role. But I will, I think, be spending a hope to use my experience as a torchbearer, as a beacon of light in the darkness for these people on this.
Sure. Go ahead and tell me the. Tell
I
us a
know
tale.
the road is hard. I know things may seem dark. But I want to let you know the tale of High Templar Silus. He held to his faith hard and true. He stayed behind, using the light to push back the darkness. But that very light drew the darkness to him, due to his sacrifice to staying at the Folly. He is holding the Horde so we may survive. His action in the eyes of the god might be pure, but the gods do not aid us. We aid ourselves. The light may still be in the distance. We may call to it, but it calls to other things as well. So, we must choose temperance and make sure that when we rely on the light, it is only when we absolutely must. For it is not the eyes of the gods alone that are attracted to it, but those of the dark as well. Be careful, be quiet, stay safe, and use your own wits to guide you. Do not rely on the light alone. Rely on the wits and talents of your own actions to move and stay safe.
Okay. Give me a presence roll with advantage.
And then adding the 2 from Torchbearer.
Yep, just make sure you spend
Right?
the hope. Yeah.
Yep, already did.
Okay.
Here we go. 25 crit.
Okay.
Jesus.
Go ahead and get that hope and clear stress. Damn. You, as you're telling
I
this,
think I'm going to curb that infighting a little bit, I think, with that, right?
yeah, as you're telling this tale, you, even some of the Templars, walk up, remove their helmets and are listening in. And you can... This tale is resonating with people in a way that is giving them new fervor. Some people that were just starting to lose all hope now are seeing a light at the end of that tunnel. And with this being a crit, that light at the end of the tunnel is you. And you are noticing not only the renewal of hope.
Shit.
You are seeing the spark of
Oh no.
admiration and
This is not what Zeke was hoping for.
and even a little, dare I say, devotion.
Oh god, no.
Oh,
That was not the purpose of that conversation.
Save it. They're just like listening out of this and they're just saying though with Bell is just like he's not escaping those allegations from Dynasticus.
No,
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 he
he's not.
isn't.
No, I'm not.
No.
Fuck.
But with renewed fervor, and now, whenever you are passing by Seek, you see the people that came from Templar's Folly, and even some of the people that were already there with the Crimson Caravan bow their heads in reverence as you pass.
Shit. I'm not a apostle of any god. I do not worship any god.
Too late.
I merely respect the light that remains and use it appropriately. That is all. But I figured, Silas's actions need to be framed in a way that makes people both understand and respect his choice without making him but including the cautionary tale that needs to be there.
Yeah.
While it is noble, it is also a cautionary tale.
And the caravan continues.
Go ahead.
The caravan
Fine.
continues on throughout the rest of the evening and into the wee hours of the night. I am going to spend a fear, and as night falls, it
Damn right.
begins to rain. What are we choosing to do? Are we continuing to travel through the night?
Saba will kind of look to the other two and just be like, and say, if not for the rain, I'd say we should continue, but the last thing we need is a cart getting stuck in the mud in the dead of night.
Yeah, and everyone's getting run ragged. You kind of see crow's feet along a bell there.
We should stop for rest. We'll need to organize watches and
Well,
all
would
that
it be
fun stuff.
possible for the druids to take shifts to watch camp from the sky?
They're already being run pretty ragged. It might be a better idea just to have our normal rangers and scouts keep an eye out.
Okay.
This might be a good chance for them to rest, actually.
All right. Let the druids rest and use your rangers and scouts to set up a rotation watch. I'm willing to stay up with one of the watches if need be.
Definitely appreciate that. I'm in need of some rest.
Okay. You get word up and down the caravan to halt for the night now that rain has begun. And everyone kind of settles in. And Seek, you said you're going to do a watch rotation with
the Crimson Caravan.
Okay. So we will consider this a long rest. If there's anything you need to take care of, Seek,
Okay.
you are doing a keep watch action as one of your
So
actions.
that uses one of my two actions.
Yes.
So my second action, I think, will just be basically preparing for the journey ahead. I'm making sure that I am gathering what magic's close to me and keeping an eye out for the threat that might be from this horde.
Okay.
So a prepare and watch will be my two actions. So I believe that gains me one hope, correct?
Yes.
All right. And that will flip the tag team back over after the rest. Or is
no,
the tag team once per session?
Session.
Yeah, that. Oh, it's the reassurance. That's once per rest.
Yes.
I knew I had something that reset once per rest. Okay.
Okay. Is anyone doing any? Are either of you doing anything other than like, you know?
I was gonna say, don't really have much to do. Full health and no stress and all that. So I'm also full health, so I'll just work on a project. Work
Perfect.
on that healing potion recipe.
Okay.
And just have me roll a d20.
All right. Yeah. So add 16 to whatever number you had going for that. Okay. There we go. Belle, what about you?
Bell is going to take the chance on the stop to go through the wagons and basically check to see if anything is in need of immediate repair.
Okay.
So they don't have any more breakdowns, or reduce the chance of it, I should say.
Okay. I'll go ahead and call that your preparation. So go take your hope.
All right.
So did we all do just one action, and we're all keeping a watch? Because I know Seva only prepared. I worked on the project, and Bell's only preparing.
You can
So
all
that's three?
you can all take the keep watch action if you want.
Yep.
Because you get 2 actions on a long rest.
It is a very large area to cover.
Yeah, Save isn't against keeping watch. He's
Bell
also
isn't
one of
against
few.
keeping watch either.
I was going to say, Save is also one of few people present who I don't think minds getting rained on.
Right.
Hey,
Okay.
it's good.
In
It's
excess
good
of
for
the
my
night.
wood. You know, a little moisture's good.
That's what
Don't
she
want to
said.
dry out.
Lamau.
All right.
Wow.
We will. You pretend like that's not what you intended.
Raising.
Let's call this a group action of keeping watch. So everyone roll a d12.
All right. Yay, 10.
I rolled a
Oh my
12.
god. Okay.
10, 12, 8.
All right.
Now, choose one of those dice or mine to keep if you want.
I think we'll pick Savas. I think we'll
should-
pick Savas.
Are,
Like, I
are
feel-
you
I feel-
you sure?
I don't know. It's a group consensus here. My vote is for Savas.
Okay.
It's a 12
Vote
on a
Sava.
d12. Yeah.
Well, majority
Hmm.
seems to vote mine.
Fair enough. As you're all keeping watch, you notice for the first time in a while, you see kids sleeping soundly. You see parents sleep holding them without worry. You see a group of survivors, a group of the enduring who surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly given Seek's speech a couple hours ago, seem rather at peace as all of you gain a hope.
Forgot to remember last time Van put on all of the player.
By the way, if anyone was curious, I rolled a 2. I was ready to start throwing monsters.
Yeah. No.
Up to us to create dying on.
Okay. You come to morning and the rain has stopped. I'll actually count the rain stopping as part of her 12. That was good.
Yeah.
The roads are a little muddy, but as the rain stops and the lower sky clears, the upper sky never really clears. It's always gray and cloudy.
Age of Umbra, yeah.
Yeah. You can see through the trees off in the distance, the rising spire, the high spire of the Aether Keep. We're almost there. So who wants to head up this last leg of getting this caravan there?
As we break camp, I will reach out through the fungal network to let them know that we will be at the doors shortly.
Okay.
Sava is going to be up at the front. He is going to be. He's probably going to have a conversation with the other druids and work with them using Wild Touch to ensure that like any potentially hazardous muddy spots are not so dangerous, and dry them up at least enough that they wouldn't be potential roadblocks for the carts.
Okay.
I just barely made the roll.
You barely made the rolls. Yeah, you get the message through. You can tell it was received, but you don't really get a response.
They're busy. That makes sense. But it was more of a, hey, we're almost there.
Yep. Okay. And then Sava, you're getting with the druids and... Sorry, one more time.
I'm working with them, I'm just phrasing it as using Wild Touch because it's small or subtle effects that involve nature. We're just working on if we find a potentially bad muddy spot that might cause a problem for any of the carts.
Okay.
Just kind of dry it up enough that it's not a...
You're up front helping clear any new debris in the path. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a... Does Wild Touch need a roll? No, that's...
No.
Then go ahead and give me a... Well, you're using Wild Touch. It's magic. So give me a spellcast roll. That'll be instinct for you.
Okay. It is a 16 with hope.
Okay, yeah, you take that hope, and yeah, you go. There's a few fallen branches. There's definitely some very sloshy parts where there may have been an indent, and it could have taken out a wagon wheel. But you do some diligent work and get through. All right, as it becomes to the afternoon, we make our way to the front doors of the Aether Underkeep. You see a medium-sized double door. Actually, you know what? Seek, describe to me what the doorways into the Aether Underkeep look like in this cliffside.
The Aether Underkeep. That first you don't see the doors. It's more of a mouth that opens into the cliffside, but set into that mouth, there's this large circular door that is wrought of old stone that at first it looks more like stonework than an actual door. On the edges you see the old brass and metalwork that takes to the eras of old where the gods were present in the world, but with the Age of Umbra they have tarnished. They're not as well maintained, and there is plant and mycelia growth that has interwoven with those ancient brass fittings. But inset to those old stone wrought fittings, there is this thick reinforced wood and brass door that, as it opens, has the sound of old construction. It is not a quiet door, and it has significant weight to it. The thickness giving you that reassurance that it is always there to protect you against the horde of the dangers of the dark, but at the same time letting you know that it is ancient in its making construction. Ooh, I
Right.
like this.
The Aether under. Obviously, everyone's still outside, but
Yeah. I'm assuming this is the main doorway here, right?
correct. It actually there were actual doors right there, but it's very small, and the frame actually kind of cut it off. So
I can
Yeah.
kind of see it there.
yeah, you can kind of see like the knob, the door handles.
Yeah.
Seva's gonna look over at Seek and just say, "Alright, well, this is your home, so you'll have to tell everybody how to behave and what to expect in there."
Yep, it's all you, buddy.
I will move up to the front of the cart as everybody rallies up. Respect the Fongrels that have lived here for long. There may only be few of us left, but they are my people. They tend the tomes. They keep the knowledge of the old. Respect them, respect the tomes, and you will find no worries here. If you have a question, ask. The Fungrel here will be more than welcoming to answer, help, and aid you. Just understand that this is an old place with old knowledge.
You see lots of just kind of like a lot of people just not even making eye contact, just kind of keeping their heads bowed, but they're nodding and under acceptance and understanding of what you're saying.
Yeah. Treat everything with respect, and if you need something, ask. Do you want me to roll anything for this?
Why do I get the feeling Seek is going to usher in the new age of enlightenment soon?
Hey,
The very least he has for this group.
As far as rolling, no. But between that crit and the couple other rolls with hope, you guys actually cleared the whole journey here without much incident at all.
Yeah, the one incident was that 12 wandering zombies, which we lured the majority of them off. And
Yep, I was just like, well, damn, all right.
It's hard to, when we're doing this so stealthily with making little to no noise and making smart choices along the way, kind of makes it hard to go ahead and say, well, you fucked up there, we're going to punish you for that.
I mean, it's more so the rolls being friendly with us for a change.
Yeah, look, for some reason the dice were like, you know what, we like where this story's
I
going.
think
We're
you
going to let
guys-
this keep on happening.
I think you hit 3 crits today so far.
Yeah.
Not you specific. Actually, were all 3 of them you? No, 2 of them. were.
I think all 3 of them have been.
Yep.
2 of them have definitely been me. Oh wait, no.
No?
Who was the one that got the evacuation crit? Was that you, Seva?
No. That was you.
Bell? That was
That was
me?
you.
Shit. The dice are being nice to me today. I don't know why.
Because you don't
Combat-
want to draw attention.
Com-
now
I
you're
was going to say,
forced
combat's going to break out, then the opposite will be true.
Yeah, no. Second combat in my life is on the line. That's when I'm going to go ahead and start rolling very low with fear.
Oh no, it was only 2 crits. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were
So-
both you.
So both crits were me. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there is someone looking out for me. The God of Art and Jesus. I don't know. Fucking Christ.
Also 6 rolls with fear so far.
You know, gotta do my best to drain that fear pool any way I can. Well, actually, no. If you think about it, I've used reassurance once to remove a roll with fear and got 2 crits. So
Yep.
yeah, I've kind of
Oh, you're right. One of those is gone.
you know.
Don't mind the man behind the curtain.
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
So you start leading people in. You very quickly realize none of the carts are going to fit inside. You can fit people and you can fit supplies, but you cannot fit vehicles.
Yeah, that's the vehicles will have to circle around to the actual Aether Keep where the elves will receive them.
Bell, at this point, Avalon walks up to you. Alright, hey, fuckface. Haha, boss.
Yeah, you muppet.
I don't think we should leave the carts just out here. I think we should drop the families off and keep going. Just the caravan.
Probably wise. Same rules or protocol as usual. Get those out who don't want to leave, and find those homes who don't.
You staying with the dragon frog and the mushroom man?
For now. I'll catch up eventually.
Well, don't forget where you come from.
Of course not. But gotta think ahead too. At some point, we're gonna need a place to call base. Hoping to make that place Okros.
God, I just had a realization.
What's that? What's your realization?
Bell's the badger. I'm the mushroom, and Stave is the snake.
God damn it.
Mushroom.
Batch.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So at that, Avalon turns around and goes, you ninnies, we ain't stopping here. Get these families inside to safety, and then we move out.
Seek will act as a go-between between the different families and what fungal still remain in the colony.
Okay. You step inside the front doors, Seek. Describe the Underkeep to us. Also being aware that it's even more quiet than you remember.
The first thing that hits you is that smell than anything. The smell of old tomes that have been left to age. And then you realize, as your eyes adjust to the light, it is not bright in here. There is enough light to see by, but then as you look to those lights, they are not fire, but mycelium bioluminescent lanterns that glow just enough to provide light. There's no open flames anywhere to be seen, because in a library this old, any open flame is likely a hazard. There is, in some places that were normally maintained when the colony was strong, there would not be any dust or detritus left around. But as this colony of fungrals is clearly suffering from some decline, you can find on some of the shelves a thin layer of dust. Maybe a gathering of spores that were not been cleaned up, left to abandon. It's quiet. What fungal you see do not look young. They look wizened with age. There is no giggle of children or any sort of young fungrels to be seen. As clearly things have been a struggle. And so it has that quiet reverence is just the general tone. But that quiet reverence is likely quickly broken by my mother, likely approaching at a very vocal and fast pace.
You
Oh, Bella's nudging Seva and pointing towards this.
Seekium, my miracle boy.
Oh,
There is literally this slight shake to his frame. Mother, I have returned.
You see this stout fungal woman with a giant red cap at the top of her head. It's been so long. You've been gone like what, a year?
I will lean down and actually probably go to one knee and then hug her. I know, Mother.
As you go to hug her, you notice that her spores and her flesh are quite dry.
Mom, you haven't been hydrating, have you?
We have. It's just nature has been less giving. We've had to pull back most of what equates to our home to the back room. Which table talk, I put a lot of work into this room. Thank you. Please admire it.
No, I saw it. I'm like, yes. I see. That's clearly where the remains of the colony exist. And especially considering how likely this mycelium growth was probably in ages past covering the majority of the stone rot floor, but now it's just this back corner.
Yep.
Which says a lot for the state of this colony. And that's why I played into the kind of atrophied nature of the colony.
Yep.
With the descriptions.
But nature just hasn't been as giving as of late.
I apologize that I have not found a solution to that problem as of yet. I am trying, Mother. I am trying.
It's not up to just you. Most of the colony has left to try to do the same. It's just...
For what it's worth, I'm also doing that.
She kind of looks over at you and it's just like...
Oh, yes.
You give off an air of familiarity. Who are you?
I am Seva, he says, giving a curt little bow. I hail from a he kind of takes a moment to consider are any of the Templars in here?
They're probably still helping
earshot?
people get off the cart.
They're still in the progress of unloading stuff. Do you glance back out to see where the Templars are?
Yeah, pretty much.
As you glance back, you notice they're not only are they helping people and stuff, they're also unloading a crate that looks like it's got lots of random objects made of gold and bronze, and it seems like they decided to take a crate of artifacts with them.
Sable won't make a comment on this at this particular moment.
But they are currently occupied.
Yeah. He'll kind of keep his voice a little low so as to not potentially let them hear him. But he'll go ahead and turn back to Seek's mother and be like, and say, I hail from a tribe from the jungles of Avedora in the southeastern side of the...
Oh, Avadora! I have a second cousin out there.
Yes. For the
Or
time
at least,
being, the Fungirls
at least
out there,
I did.
For the time being, I do know that our Fungirls out there, they've been having some trouble propagating, but they have still been showing success doing so. It's just that the success rate has been on the decline recently.
The jungles have always had a stronger tie to nature than most of the Idle Hollows. It would make sense if there's a holdout, if you will, in Mother Nature giving her boons.
But given that we've been seeing the signs of it, my tribe has also been, well, me and a group of others have taken up a more nomadic lifestyle to see if we can't figure out what's going on with the world. Try and find out what's going on with nature and why it is gradually declining. Not just for the sake of the Fungirls, but for everything.
Yeah.
This is why he makes such a good traveling companion for me, Mother. We have similar goals.
Well,
we will find a solution.
Well,
if there's one to be found.
I'll tell you this much. Anyone from the tribes in Avadora is going to be a friend of the Fungirls. They always have. They were there when we were cast out of Amber Reach. They were there when we looked to grow out of being just small, tiny little colonies. They've always helped us. So, I appreciate you traveling with my son.
It's definitely been an interesting travel so far.
At this point, she has to crane her neck all the way back to see out from under the mushroom top of her head, and looks up at Belle. She's like, "Is he real?"
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna crouch down so that she doesn't have to crane her head as much. I get that a lot.
Don't eat me.
Wasn't planning on it.
Okay. She just keeps kind of looking at you a little bit. Is like, what? Yes, what?
Mother, this is my other friend. This is my other friend, Belle. He basically works and runs the caravan that's allowing us to bring in all the refugees. He's a good person. He focuses on rescuing people from the blight of the darkness.
So about leader
of the Crimson Caravan and at your service.
Thank you. She eyes you warily, but it seems more just as a instinct on size difference than anything else. So about the refugees. The damn pointy ears upstairs said you can stay. They'll let them stay here for up to 5 days, but then they have to go.
I was hoping
zombies will clear off by then, and we can start moving the refugees over to Okros.
Okay. Well, we cleared out all of the bookshelves from the middle of the room in one of the rooms for people to try to set up and rest in. Yes. There's a reason that room is empty.
I do hope that some of the people if they take to keeping the tomes in our ways, that maybe a few of the refugees can stay behind and join our colony until it can restore its growth, just to take the weight off those of us that remain. But
you know
if
that
there
you know full well that's probably not going to happen. That those
no,
lovely people upstairs don't even really want us here anymore. They tolerate us. To be fair, they barely come down here anymore. Their little teleportation portal hasn't even been on in months.
they pulled Ignasticus straight from Templar's Folly to come here and prepare the welcome.
We
For what
haven't
it's worth.
we haven't seen him down here. The Ignasticus, that's that little elf boy that used to hang out with you shortly after you were born, right?
Yes.
Ah. He was always a little more polite. I liked him. But no, I haven't seen him.
That's. I'm going to have to go up there and talk to them to make sure he's okay, aren't I? Mm-mm.
You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait for them to turn it on. They've had the portal be off for months. When I went to talk to them, I had to reach out through the fungal network to shake some mold in their kitchen to get their attention. They almost kicked me out for it, but then they realized it was for a reason.
That's not a good sign. What do they know that we don't? Why are they battening down the hatches so fiercely? I know they're normal isolationists, but do they have a purpose behind these actions? That's something for me to ponder at a future time.
I've asked questions, and apparently I've asked too many. I've asked too many. They said that I'm way too curious, apparently, which seems odd, but it is what it is.
Well, we'll have to wait until we hear from Ignasticus. He's our only in at this point, if they're being that pervasive. But
well, let's get these families inside and settled in.
Absolutely. Also, I remember seeing some writing on an old behind one of the old bookshelves in the back near the desks that was scratched into the stonework that I need to examine. We found similar writing in an ancient tomb that had even older clanks than what we've seen before.
You mean the graffiti that they tried to blame us for?
Yes, apparently there might be very old meanings to those scratch marks.
The elves came down and moved those desks closer to the portal. They said that they didn't like where they were, so this small room back here is where
this is the markings on the wall were?
Yep.
Seva, do you have the rubbing, or?
It wasn't given to me, it was given to Ignasticus.
Fuck! We'll have to create a new rubbing to compare with Ignasticus once he.
I will say, Table Talk, this session probably will be a little short just because you made it across so quickly, and now we're here and Ignasticus isn't, and.
Yeah. I imagine that there is some important stuff that is up.
Maybe.
Did I not just go ahead and kick that little
beehive?
It's probably not even just that specifically. There's probably a bunch of other stuff involving the people upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we rolled so good that we ate through what was planned for the day.
It's all good.
You did go ahead and did you check your DMs like Kareen had asked in chat?
I ignore chat, so no, I had to.
I know.
We keep
But
tabs
it
on
feels
that.
like we might be closing in on what we're wrapping up. So yeah, I suppose we're just helping people settle in and letting them know that the elves are going to tolerate them for 5 days. My people will try to do the best to make those 5 days as easy for them as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, so you spend the rest of the afternoon kind of getting everyone in here and settled into. Everyone's getting all their. Whoop.
Knocking over everyone and Bell as usual.
Yep. Getting everyone settled into this room back here.
It will be a little cramped, but
Yeah.
this is the safest place you can be until the horde has truly passed.
Okay. Dust save off. Okay, so yeah, you spend the afternoon getting everyone in. Towards the evening, Avalon pokes her head in. It's like, "Alright, Belle. Looks like everyone that's going to stay is here. You said you wanted us to head to Okros?
Yeah.
All right.
Some rest. Restock on everything. Let them know Bell sent you.
All right, will do.
And you know the old Concord, don't you?
Of course, but you say it so well.
But don't go dying out there, okay?
Oh, why not? Sounds like fun.
Right? Well, I want to be there too, you know.
Ah, you bastard. Stop getting sappy. And she turns and leaves.
I'll explain the Concord there. It's a bit of an in-joke between the two of them.
Okay.
Mm.
And you guys really killed it this session.
I'm sorry. I multiple crits happened. I'm sorry.
Multiple crits happened. You ended up getting out without interacting with Silus. You just like, yeah.
And I even spun
Sometimes
the
miracles
tale of
do
him
happen.
staying behind in a way that made him more of a martyr and hero of the old ways while encouraging people to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Do not rely on the gods. Rely on your own actions.
That's okay. They found a new god.
I am not a god. I am in no way. If anything, all I am is a torchbearer of the light that remains. That's why I have the torchbearer experience.
Yep.
Yes, the one who bears the torch.
Not a god.
The torch of the gods.
I
The
am
one-
not a god. I am just
the
a
one
holder
who-
of the light.
The one who is the torch. He is the wood that holds the light of gods.
He is the
fucking
messenger.
no.
He is the torch.
No!
Okay. And
Oh God! All these people are going to end up going to Okros, and then they're going to tell about the
They're
people of
gonna do the
Okros are going to tell them the
preachings.
story about how I preach for leniency for a cannibal. Oh God! It's only going to make the story grow bigger.
and that's where we're gonna call it. Yeah, I do. Again, I apologize for not, I guess, being prepared enough. Though, with us being down, down a regular player, and you arriving here,
And an area that is very importantly tied to a said character.
right?
Yeah.
It's be like arriving in the jungles of Avedura and I'm just not present.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's not like two players' backstories hail from the same location that you just arrived at.
yeah. I mean, me and Anascus are two different sides of the coin. He's the side that faces up towards the light. I'm the side that faces down towards the Aether Keep's Underkeep. So, yeah. I can't open that door without him being here.
Yeah.
You know? And we'll have to... Well, I wonder what tale Anascus will tell us to why the portal network was locked down so hard for the Aether Keep. Why they said they were going to welcome us, but yet they've closed
Pretty
off.
chilly
That's going to be it.
reception.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting tale to find out. Was it a clerical error? Was it one particular elf being a little bit of an asshole? Or was there a bigger story? Find out next time.
Yep. So, thank you all for coming out tonight and playing with me.
Had fun.
Not running this, man.
I know this is going to be my one session where I get really good rolls. Next session, I'm probably going to go ahead and just eat dirt.
Good,
One
because
where you try and hide. It turns out you can't.
oh, actually, real quick before I do anything else, games to overwrite.
By the
Save.
way, all these people saw your mother hug you and call you by your government name.
Oh, Sekium and Miracle Child? Yeah. No.
Uh-huh.
There is going to be, they have to, they're going to stay here for 5 days, and she is not going to shut up about me. I know my mother.
Save it just over here, just like, this is definitely not the reception I would get from my teacher.
No.
Okay.
It's not to say she'd be aggressive, but
Well, thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you all for watching over there on Twitch and YouTube. I appreciate you. Tune in tomorrow and Friday for more Resident Evil Requiem, which is such a good game. Saturday is either going to be Funnel Runners or more of the Invoker demo, because apparently they just added a new game board in the demo.
Ooh.
Maybe both.
If I can, tomorrow I have my vampire game early in the evening, but if I can join you for either Funnel Runners or Invoker, if there's a spot open, I'd be happy to join in for that. You know how my Saturdays are.
Yeah.
So absolutely. So just to put it out there to those who are watching, I do stream my tabletop RPG on my Twitch channel, but I often, for other games, still go ahead and guest on other people's channels, whether it's Pal World with Kohaku the Fox and Ringdo, or Funnel Runners or Evoker with Haunted Heathen Gaming. Feel free to go ahead and keep an eye out for other people that I often guest with when I'm not streaming, because I want to go and support as many people as possible. That's one of the reasons why I'm sticking to tabletop here on my channel, but show up in other people's streams in the same friend group.
Everyone go follow everyone. It's free.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Let the mycelium grow.
But, oh, God. Well, thank you all for coming out tonight and watching. I've been Haunted. You're all heathens. You have a good night. Peace.
Good night, everybody.